Nurse Lucy Letby found guilty of murdering 7 babies. The 33-year-old has been found guilty at Manchester Crown Court of the murders of 7 babies and the attempted murders of 6 others at the Countess of Chester Hospital. Prosecutors said Letby was a calculated opportunist who used the vulnerabilities of premature and sick infants to camouflage her acts. In 2015 and 2016, there was a significant rise in the numbers of babies who suffered serious and unexpected collapses in the neonatal unit at the Countess of Chester Hospital. Letby was the only member of the nursing and clinical staff who was on duty each time the collapses happened, which the Crown argued were not natural events. She used various ways to harm the babies, including injecting air into the bloodstream, injecting air into the stomach, overfeeding with milk, physical assaults and poisoning with insulin. Some of the children were subjected to repeated attempts to kill them by the cold, cruel and relentless Band 5 staff nurse. The trial, which began at Manchester Crown Court last October, heard. Letby's presence when collapses took place was first mentioned to senior management by the unit's head consultant in late June 2015. Concerns among some consultants about the defendant increased and were voiced to hospital bosses when more unexplained and unusual collapses followed, the court heard. But Letby was not removed from the unit until after the deaths of 2 triplet boys and the collapse of another baby boy on 3 successive days in June 2016. Letby was confined to clerical work and in September 2016 registered a grievance procedure. It emerged during legal argument in the trial, in the absence of the jury, that the grievance procedure was resolved in Letby's favor in December 2016. Letby was due to return to the neonatal unit in March 2017, but the move did not take place as soon after police were contacted by the hospital trust. The nurse was arrested at her semi-detached home in Westbourne Road, Chester, at 6 a.m. on July 3, 2018. During searches of her address, a number of closely written notes were discovered. On one green post-it note she wrote, "I don't deserve to live. I killed them on purpose because I'm not good enough to care for them. I am a horrible evil person, and in capital letters, I am evil, I did this." Prosecutor Nick Johnson KC invited the jurors to read the note, literally, as a confession. Also found during searches, the court heard, were more than 250 shift handover sheets containing names of some of the children on the trial indictment. Mr. Johnson said, voyeuristic tendencies drove her to carry out numerous Facebook searches for parents of children she attacked. The rogue nurse falsified medical notes to cover her tracks and also gaslighted doctors and nurses to persuade them the collapses were just a run of bad luck. She was also prepared to publicly trash the reputations of colleagues in an effort to get away with it, the prosecutor added. Letby, from Hereford, denied all the allegations. The jury of 7 women and 4 men returned partial verdicts as trial judge Mr. Justice Goss imposed a reporting ban until their deliberations were complete. On August 8 the jury, on its 15th day of deliberations, unanimously found her guilty of attempting to murder 2 infants by poisoning them with insulin. Letby fought back tears in the middle of the dock after the verdicts were returned by the jury foreman. She burst out crying as she left the courtroom with prison officers as relatives of the victims looked on from the public gallery. Her mother Susan, 63, shielded her face as she wept on the opposite side of the public gallery and was comforted by husband John, 77, who later leaned forward with his head in his hands. At the start of deliberations on the afternoon of August 11, the jury delivered verdicts on a further 6 counts. Letby was found guilty of murdering 4 babies and attempting to murder 2 others. She stared at the floor as the verdicts were returned but was tearful as she left the dock. Her mother could be heard sobbing and saying, "You can't be serious," and, "This can't be right." On August 16 the jury convicted her on 6 more counts, 3 murders and 3 attempted murders, and cleared her of 1 count of attempted murder. The grandmother of child G, a baby girl, gasped as Letby was found guilty of the infant's attempted murder. Letby was not in the dock as the above verdicts were returned as she did not want to come up from the cells. She was earlier present when the jury resumed its deliberations at the start of the court day. The morning of August 17 was her last appearance in the courtroom as she went on to tell her legal team that she did not wish to attend any more of the proceedings. She was offered the opportunity of following her sentencing hearing via prison video link but said she was not prepared to do that, the court heard. The jury could not reach verdicts on 6 counts of attempted murder. Cheshire police say they are continuing to review the care of some 4,000 babies who were admitted to the Countess of Chester, and also at Liverpool Women's Hospital when Letby had 2 work placements, during her employment from 2012. Only those cases highlighted as concerning medically would be investigated further, police added. A court order prohibits reporting of the identities of the surviving and dead children who were the subject of the allegations. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stories.